What's up, you guys? This video is gonna have a mild quality kind of audio because I cannot use this because my phone is charging at the same time because it's on low battery mode. Basically, I cannot stand straight now because half of my ass, well, there's two halves, one of them is in so much pain that I can only stand leaning onto my opposite, the other foot, leg, because I fell from a bike. And it might, it sounds like, okay, whatever, people fall, shit happens, but not to me. like and let me just give the context. I am gonna explain to you, this is a mystical story. I do not want to believe that something is happening to me. Everything is happening for me. 4B movement. No, but yeah, I don't know how to explain. But here, in my hometown in Russia, yes, it's a very controversial, it's not even a controversial, it's just, many people are not gonna genuinely, what if I was sglazit? What if somebody was like, oh, you stupid bitch, you going to Russia? Oh, fuck you, you stupid hoe, and they did something. Honestly, I am ready to believe in anything. I just hope that my physical health stops getting injured. So, let me explain. This is my second summer of coming to Russia. For 5 years, my mom didn't allow me to go here because first it was COVID, then it was the war, and but it's 5 years for me without home is more than tough. I was literally at the point of I was at a very, very low point in my life because it matters a lot to me. I need to visit this place frequently, not always, but for some time. I just really like speaking my native language, and life, when you don't need to translate, when you don't need to adapt, when you don't have a cultural what's it called, barrier. Not even the language barrier. I speak English pretty well, but I lived in Italy and no one fucking knew English and used it there, so yeah, I had to learn Italian, which is cool because I teach it now, but yeah, it was really tough. My life was kind of tough, but mentally growing up. But now it's physically it's attacking me. This year, coming to Russia, I felt like something is off. Not something, something, it's not gonna be the same, obviously. I felt it, but I've already organized everything. I've found whom is gonna take care of my rats while I'm away because my mom doesn't want to help me with that. I found everything, and it was just too late to just quit. And yeah, basically, I have a feeling I know what I need to do. I think I need to stop cleaning already the old houses and focus on the unfinished house, which is haunted. Literally all my neighbors, this is my second year, and I'm just getting to know my neighbors because my family, we didn't really go here often when I was a kid and growing up. Even as a teenager, when I came for the holidays, we didn't really go here that often, but I always begged that we would, but we still didn't. And so I never knew who my neighbors were, only the really close ones to my right, but I don't even know their name, nothing, but I am very social. I really and we have a chat in this neighborhood, and the people are very help each other. It's a really good chat. Great people live here. And so yeah, I was lovely. So I'm really happy that I'm getting new acquaintances. Some are actually old acquaintances that were, crazy stuff, crazy stories are discovering. I am finding out. I really wanted to make this video inside the haunted house, but I'm kind of scared. Basically, all my neighbors who didn't know my grandpa and grandma and their last name, they call this the haunted house. So, yeah, it's called Дом с привидениями. And I think it actually has them. I always kind of knew it probably has. I mean, it's not even just the fact that it looks scary. The house, like, no one feels comfortable in this area, which is good because no unwanted guests are wanted here. But I do know that some people probably like got in and whatever. I wasn't there, so in those times, so yeah. And yeah, this place looks haunted and probably is. And I think it explains why I was so into like esoteric stuff when I was a kid. Like I was obsessed. We have this thing called Bitva Ekstrasensov in Russia. Fucking famous as fuck. And I kind of grew up on it. I really believe that everything that was happening there was kind of true. And it's about like mysticism and like it's a very cool show. And yeah, like the only type of books I read as a kid were like Hans Christian Andersen, fairy tales. I read fairy tales. I like them. Kolobok. And then when I kind of grew up a bit more, it was only like juju voodoo, like recipes. It was like astrology. It was nothing. It was no literature. We had literature in school, so I didn't really need to read it on the side, I believe. Anyways, yeah, I was really into like recipes from herbs, like all of that stuff. Like since the age of like 5, I don't know, always was like that. And then we moved to Geneva and we lived in an apartment, and I always wished I saw mystical things happen, and I kind of even, you know, I watched horror movies and I always wished like something interesting would happen to me, and nothing ever did. So at one point I just stopped believing in it. And yeah, kind of put it aside, and yeah, and nothing much. But this year, first of all, let's begin with the fact that every time I go up the ladder, up the stairs, because I sleep on the second floor, every time when I go up, I mentally prepare myself to say hi to some fucking man. Like, I'm scared of men. Yes, that's not a, I think it's a rational fear, especially here in Russia, because you need to be bold as fuck to come to this, to my yard. Like, it's very uninviting. I'm doing everything I can to make it less scary and more friendly, but it's not gonna be soon that it looks really like presentable, and yeah, which is, you know, which has plus sides to it, obviously. But sometimes I'm also scared myself. Like sometimes the electricity goes out and I have to go in the haunted house to fix it. And sometimes it happens at like 2 a.m. and thank God we have white nights in Russia. But it kind of goes darkish around towards 1, 2 a.m. And then after 3, 4 a.m. it's super light again. Yeah, but yeah. So if the electricity goes out at 2 a.m., so oftentimes I just toughen up or just go, okay, whatever. I'm gonna sleep by the fireplace. I'm gonna make a fire. I'm gonna, like, I avoid. Yeah. So today, what happened today? It's a long story because it didn't just happen today. It's like an accumulation of days, and it manifested into this video today, July 20th. So we're going from Cancer to Leo, and I'm actually like Sun in Leo, and I, once again, like, I put it behind me. I don't listen, like, I don't do anything that has to do with astrology, except if someone asks me to, like, look at their natal chart, I can do that. But when it comes to, like, transits of what's going on right now, I do everything to not know. But obviously, like, if you were into astrology once, you kind of always know that around the 20th the sun changes the position, but I don't think about it. Maybe subconsciously something is like happening, which is so annoying because, you know, knowledge isn't something you can unknow. Like, once you know something, you just know it. Once something is in your brain, it's there, and I'm afraid that astrology did that to me, and no matter how much I try to like push it away, somehow my brain still kind of can pick up on those things. And yeah, so basically my 8th house, which is the house of crisis, is really big, and it takes in 3 signs, I think. So yeah, and it's always during the summer season. So because my 8th house begins with Cancer, it also takes in Leo and a little bit of Virgo, I believe. Yeah, so it's a lot. And I mean, September is the worst. September was always the worst for some reason. Summer is usually fine, but yeah, I don't know. Basically, I'm this is like my only assumption of what's going on, because I once again, I don't check. I think I'm gonna check, because at this point I need to know when this shit will end, because this is literally. But at the same time, if I know when this is gonna end, is it gonna stop me from getting hurt? I don't know. Because, like, I wasn't doing anything to get hurt. I just ended up getting hurt. Physically. Like, physical health, I don't know what's up with my Mars right now. What's up with the Mars there? What's up with the 6th house? What's up with Saturn? Like, what the fuck is going on? I know that Neptune got into Aries, and Neptune also rules like hospitals, all of that. Like, I had to call an ambulance. Like, I don't get easily hurt, you guys. But this summer, since June, I don't know what's going on. I literally have one physical pain after another. Something heals, bam, I get another one. Something finally healed, bam, I got another one today. So what happened is, in the beginning of June, I was running through the shit with my whole. I was running towards my electric train, towards my električka, which is really close for me, and I always ran towards it because when something's close to you, you don't really. I was running, and just before that, it rained. It wasn't raining when I was running, but it rained before. And the roads are, they're not European, they're just Slavic. It's just whatever. And there were a lot of rocks on it, like big, smaller ones, like rocks, not huge heavy ones, the ones that actually like move a bit. And I slipped. The first thing I felt was a huge pain in my, I think it's called ankle, in my ankle, and so big that I fell. I literally just crumbled. I fell like you don't fall like that. I couldn't like prevent my fall. Like, I couldn't do anything to fall in a less like awful way because I was in so much pain. I just like fell face forward. I didn't really take pictures of it because I wasn't like planning, because it looked ugly. Like, also like feet pictures, no, not in this lifetime. Not even feet you're getting. And obviously I was running towards my električka for a reason, because I needed to go to the you know what's the weirdest thing? It always happens when I want to go to the supermarket. This is the second time, today's the second time I got hurt because I was rushing towards a supermarket. Interesting. And like food, all of that, that's like the moon, and my moon is in Scorpio, so that's already pretty intense. I don't know what's up with the placements, what's going on again, but it's really activated, like when I guess like when you go to, okay, whatever. So yeah, so 1 month ago I was running through the shit and I fell, and it was so bad I couldn't get up. Like, you know, sometimes you like, oh, you fall, it hurts, you get up. I couldn't get up. Like, it's the first time in my life. And guys, I fell from horses. I did horse riding. Like, the shit I saw, the shit like, you know, I am okay with physical like pain. Like, I can endure it. But this was, and I did ballet. Like, I did ballet. Like, I quit ballet and then I came back into ballet when I was 15, and I did points. Like, points when you're 15 and my complexion, it's a lot. My feet have endured so much. And so basically, like, you know, I'm okay, like, generally speaking. But this was beyond my previous experiences of pain. And I was like, if someone is gonna, you know, when you fall, it's so embarrassing. And people are always like, oh, are you okay? Are you okay? Like, bitch, obviously I am not okay. I fell. It's embarrassing. Um, but now I see why people ask, are you okay? Because I wasn't. And I was like, if someone is gonna pass by and be like, oh, are you okay? Are you okay? I'd be like, no, call an ambulance. Like, I was literally so bad. I laid for like 5 minutes. And, you know, 5 minutes of intense pain is a lot. And I saw my electrichka come and go, and I was still like lying on the floor trying to pick myself up. And yeah, I just went home. I taught a lesson. I had a lesson. I was giving a lesson online, French, if anyone's interested. And yes, I wanted to go to the store before my lesson because it ended at 9, and you know, I just wanted, you know, to do everything fast, be like boom boom done, but it didn't happen. I felt like a little dog, and yeah, and 5 hours pass. I went to the supermarket eventually while my foot was hurting. Oh god, and I fell. I remember I had blood on my fingers. Like, the rocks were so sharp and there were so many of them. I had cuts on my knees, here, on my, like, I was bleeding from my finger. I went to my neighbors because they lended me this. I needed this to clean the houses. I finished cleaning my blue house. This one isn't really dirty, but I cleaned it also a little bit. And I need to like do the exterior of this house, and I'm good to give it back. But yeah, basically it was a coincidence that I fell because those neighbors were the only ones whose number I had, and who I knew I could like ask for something. And you know what? It's a couple, and the woman, she's a nurse. I was blessed because I didn't even have perikis vodorodna. I didn't even have like an antiseptic. I had nothing here. And I was thinking, oh, I should probably buy it. I should have bought it. Yeah. And so yeah, I went to see them, and yeah, yeah, that was 1 month ago. My foot finally healed. It's still like, it's like almost perfect. It's like it was 20 years ago, my foot. And I came here to do horse riding because it's cheaper than in Switzerland, and I had big plans for horse riding this year, and this little shit happened. I couldn't like walk normally, you know, and so no horse riding para mí. And then when it finally healed, this is all of what's gonna happen. What I'm gonna talk about is in the span of like 5 days, less than a week, I think. So less than a week ago, I had a photo shoot of a woman. Really cool photo shoot. She was like a knight with the horse, and it's a really interesting coincidence because I found out about this horse riding club, and yeah, it's very interesting how everything's like connected somehow. And I found out about this woman just because of the reels that she posted, you know. Yeah, and oh my god. So yeah, we had this photo shoot, and after the photo shoot, she gave me the кольчуга, the armor piece. I don't know how it's called in English. Like, out of the little circle chains, this thing. She gave it to me. She was like, oh, if you want, I can give this to you. I was like, I've been dreaming of this for like 1 whole year at least. Like, I've had this image in my head for such a long time, and like, oh my god, I was the happiest person alive. But it was super heavy. But anyways, yeah, so she gave it to me and I had it. I slept in the city center, in an apartment, and then the next day the cleaning lady arrived, and she didn't know I was there, and I didn't know she was gonna be there because the owner, which is my godmother, she told her that I wasn't in the city, which I wasn't, but I ended up anyways. Yeah, so I met the cleaning lady, and she scolded me for for not being super tidy. I was like, if I weren't, like, she thought I was messy, but that was me being not messy, you know. But yeah, she's still kind of like, and she's like this big oldish woman, scary, and you know, yeah. So I was like, okay, yeah. And as I was like packing my stuff and about to go, I banged my pinky onto the what's it called, onto the bed, because my godmother, she's moving away from there, and she has a lot of like stuff around, and I boom my pinky on my toe, on my right toe, on the bed. It hurts so much. My pinky is blue. Yeah, it's not as bad as it could have been, thank god. But yes, for like 2 days it hurt a lot. I couldn't wear closed shoes, so I was mainly wearing open shoes. And then in 3 days, which was 18th of July, the 18th of July, it was the day when there was a concert of in a church. It was a concert of organ. How do you say this in English? Like, you know what Davy Jones in Pirates of the Caribbean, this thing, what he played? Yeah, that thing. I never heard it in real life, and I've been really wanting to go there, and I was supposed to go there. After the photo shoot, when I slept in this center, so I had my кольчуга, I had my armor on me. I had a lot of stuff with me also. Oh, because, oh yeah. And I went to this art shop because it was on the way from the apartment towards the metro. It was on the way. And I had a coupon for like 10% discount. So I bought some like moulinet because I wanted to knit, to sew. Because I'm really inspired by the House of the Dragon 2nd season and 3rd season. You know, the tapestry weaving like thing that they're doing. I love it so much. I want to do something like that too. So I bought this, and I also saw in the beginning, like sometime in June, I was going through Instagram, because in Russia, the reels and the recommendations in St. Petersburg, insane. So many things to do. Like, it's also so well wrapped. Like, it's so nice to look at what like people in Russia are posting, like their workshops, the events. Like, yeah, it's just beautiful marketing. Mwah, bellissimo. And like one of them was нишевые вещи to do this summer. So like niche things to do this summer instead of scrolling. And one of them, customizing your shoes. And I needed to do that anyways because these little bastards from Puma, fuck Puma, like not all of it. I had Puma before, but these, like their new technology shoelaces that always untie. Like, fuck you, what the fuck is that? Like, for 1 year or 1.5 even, I was suffering. Like, they were always untying, always. And in Geneva, no one really gave a fuck, but maybe I just don't go out as much as I do here. But in Russia, almost every day, every time I went out, somebody would tell me, oh, your shoelaces are untied, and I'm like, I was tired of saying thank you. I know. it happens all the time. There's literally no point in tying them anymore. I was like, it's a new Zoomer trend, whatever. But I was actually like annoyed with it, and so I did buy myself new. This is lace, yeah. I bought it with my threads in the same shop, and I was really happy. I bought 2 meters. I cut it in half. I did one. I was making a video. I did one, as you can see, and then the other one, I have no idea where I left it. It was here. I looked everywhere, and when I say everywhere, I mean I took my washing machine out. It was because I have another one that works, and this one wasn't working, and it just took space and was pissing me off anyway. So I was like, you know what? It weighed a ton. I don't know how I managed to do this shit, you guys. Like, Russia is giving me unbelievable amount of strength. And despite all this shit, like, honestly, I don't fuck with health. Like, health to me, I never smoked because I like health. Like, health is not a fucking joke to me. And so for me, like, physical, like, injuries is not something, like, cool, and it's honestly not something I'm kind of used to also. And so, yes, I wanted to go to that church. It was the 18th of July. Everything was going really well. Oh no, the night before, 17th of July. I'm doing my shoelace, and you know what happened that day? Because all of this happened in one day. Me wearing the kalchuga, carrying all the shit, buying the shoelace, putting the shoelace on, happened all in one day. And I had to go to another neighborhood because in mine we don't have fucking like supermarkets. So I have to take the električka to get to the supermarket, and I had to like pick up some other stuff for painting, like things like that. And all of this in one day. I am wearing like 10 kilos of heavy fucking armor, and I thought I was gonna be okay, but I wasn't. Anyways, I come to the station. I took everything I needed. Good. And I meet another woman who also has a lot of like stuff. She's also had a kid. And we're both like, yeah, you have a lot of heavy bags? Yeah, me too. And small talk in Russia doesn't exist, obviously. And so we just ended up talking. And she goes, oh, your shoelaces are undone. Because I was having the bitch-ass Puma silk, beautiful, amazing, nice texture shoelaces that always untied. And I was like, I know. I had like my lace for those shoes in this like with me, and I was like, you have no idea, but I'm about to change that. In what way? And I was like, I know, like they always untie. Yeah. And she tells me, means you're going somewhere in the wrong direction. And I'm like, thank you so much. I used to believe in all of those things too, but they don't serve me, and so I don't. I didn't tell her, I just said, it's just time to change the shoelaces. And I was making a video of like cool things I did this summer, and like one of them is the shoelaces. And I was gonna tell the story of how this woman on the platform, she told me that, oh yeah, it's like, it means that you're going in the wrong direction, you're doing something wrong. And I'm like, yeah, sure, whatever, yeah, no. And mind you, I used to believe in that so much, but I stopped because it didn't serve me once again. And I tried to not think about it too much. Every time it occurred in my head, I did like, what men do? Just laugh about it and be like, oh yeah, sure. This is what I did. And it backfired. So, because I didn't find my lace. I was searching for it for 3 hours. Like, I moved so much here. I did, which is good. And, all of that is just weird because I was doing it at night. Like my sleeping schedule is really bad. Like I don't think it's bad, it's just my sleeping schedule. Like I go to bed after 3 a.m. usually. Lately I've been going to bed at like 4, around 5. But yeah, it doesn't bother me. And yeah. And that night, all of this happening in one day, me changing for some reason. I changed one shoelace, but not the other one, and I still cannot find the blue one. It's the second day. No, third day. Yeah, it's the 20th right now. And I literally don't know what I did yesterday. Yesterday was a good day, I guess, because nothing bad happened to me. So yeah, I try to not think too much of her words about you're just going in the wrong direction. And I'm like, yeah, sure, I'm gonna use that for content. And because yeah, I did one of the shoelaces, and then I was like, okay, I'm gonna do the other one tomorrow. Like, it's not gonna go anywhere, right? It's not gonna disappear magically. I looked everywhere. I looked up and down, everywhere. I moved everything. It's not here. Genuinely, I always thought that there's like, in Russia we have this like domovoy or like barabashka, like it's someone who lives in your houses. In apartments, rarely, I guess. Sometimes yes, but I grew up in apartments. So yeah, the barabashka domovoy wasn't really that much. Wasn't really bothering me growing up, but now that I come here and this house is haunted, and this one probably too, yeah, it's not a big deal, because like even if there is some sort of spirits, I genuinely believe that they're protecting me from something worse. And everything here happens for me, sometimes to me, but also I can always find a way to make it good. But look what happened. Let me continue with the story. So yeah, I did one of my shoes, and then the other one I was like, okay, I'm gonna do it tomorrow, because I've been wanting to do something with clay for a super long time, and I wanted to do my own chess pieces, which is exactly what I did. After doing one of my shoes, I went upstairs and started like doing clay stuff and just fell asleep. And that's it. I had a lesson in the morning the next day, and then don't remember, wasn't doing much. And then it was 5, time to go, because I wanted to go by foot, but I didn't want to wear open shoes. Like my pinky was a bit better, and I was like, yeah, because it was like really warm that day, like extreme. It was like 29 degrees, and the roads here kind of dusty, and I didn't want like dust in my feet, and I wanted to wear closed shoes, my new shoes, to show off my new beautiful laces. Not even show off, it's just me, like, it's just my like lifestyle. It's not like for impressing anyone, honestly. Maybe just a little bit, but yeah. The main idea was that my shoelaces weren't working and I wanted to replace them. And haven't found. It's just gone. Someone took it. Like something took it. And it happened before. Like this type of shit was also happening in my grandmother's apartment, which was a really big apartment, and like on one of the high shelves in the kitchen, my family had like a blutze, like a saucer, it's called. They had a saucer with like milk and bread and probably buckwheat, something like that. It's a pretty common thing to do in Russia, to like make the spirits happy and okay, you kind of feed them like that. Yeah. And I didn't even know we had that until I was like 17 or something, and then bam, apparently we do. And so in my grandmother's apartment, there was also like the time always was really weird, and I also have a really weird thing with time here, because I have a clock on the wall which is going backwards, and sometimes it stops at 9 a.m. like randomly, just the long tick tick, it just like goes up and down like that, and that's it. And obviously I didn't think anything like of it, because it's an old house, it's an old watch, like whatever. And I'm gonna continue kind of thinking this way, because I mean, I don't know, actually at this point, like, I'm in so much pain now that I don't know what's going on. It's genuinely weird. And I mean, the only thing I'm scared here is a live man. Like, I'm the only thing I'm genuinely scared is of a live, some like ugly man trespassing, and that's the only thing I'm scared of here. Like, I'm not scared of spirits, I'm not scared of that, because I know that they're good, like, here. And yeah, so what was I gonna say? Yeah, so this is all happening in like 5 days. Woman telling me that I'm going in the wrong direction, and then me losing literally a shoelace. Like, and because of that, I ended up not going to the church to listen to the beautiful music. They were playing Bach. You know, guys. Now I have to wait, and I don't know how long. I really hope that soon enough there will be another concert, and I will fucking go. No matter what, I will get there. Yeah. So, what happened today? Today, I wake up, and I decided not to look at the time, because oftentimes when I wake up, it's around 12, 1 a.m. No, 1 p.m. Sometimes I can wake up earlier, and when I see that I haven't slept 8 hours, I go back to bed. But this time I was like, you know what, fuck it, like, I'm gonna sleep as much as I need to sleep. I'm not gonna, like, if I want to sleep, I'll just fall asleep during, like, in the middle of the day. Like, I don't have that much things to do, like, except, like, you know, taking care of this house, so I can afford to just do whatever the fuck I want. And today was that day. And I was charging my phone a little bit. I was making a little video of what I'm doing right now. Like, I'm making my own book. And the night before, I did my family tree. And I do that every now and then. Like, I like to remember my family members, like, keep that in check. And like, I want to make a really beautiful family tree over here. You know, free will, and I'm a grown-ass child. I can, like, paint on walls again. I love this. I love painting on walls. Yeah. And so on my table, I have, like, my whole family, like, ancestry, everyone I knew. I put them down, and I'm sure I'm, like, forgetting some of the people. So yeah, I texted my grandpa for him to help me with this, and my aunt, because they know better. And I wanted to make, like, a family archive, because I was watching, like, House of the Dragon once again, and I really love all this, like, family of this, like, you know, I like that stuff. And I wanted to make my own, I want to make portraits of them, basically, yeah. And maybe I accidentally summoned someone, like, literally, because I woke up, I was like, today's gonna be a different day, I'm not gonna look at the time. I went downstairs, did what I wanted to do, and then I was like, okay, time to look at the time, because I need to see when the električka to go to the supermarket will be. And it happens to be that it will only arrive in 1 hour 30, and I was kind of hungry. It was time to eat. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna go on a little adventure. Like, what's gonna happen? Usually everything turns out really well for me. And I'm just gonna take a bike. And I remembered that one of the bikes had something with the brakes, but I didn't know what. I thought that the brakes weren't working well, but no. It's the fact that they are really, they're, like, on top. Usually the brakes are, like, you know, you don't have to reach on top. You just kind of, like, it's forward, and they're, like, reachable and accessible. Those weren't. They were, like, really on top, and it was really uncomfortable. But I didn't even check the other bike. I was like, yeah, I remember I was driving a smaller bike last year with the girls in this village. We had 3 bikes here, and I think they took one with them, and now I have 2 bikes left. And I remember that I had the smaller one compared to the bikes that there were. And so I took the smaller bike, but I think I took the wrong bike. And I don't think I took the wrong bike, because I was like going and I fell. I didn't even leave my neighborhood how I have already fallen. I fell, and I fell so bad. I fell because there was so many like bumps, and like it was going downhillish and it wasn't stopping, and I panicked, and all of this at the same time. I was like pressing on the brakes on my left hand, because I couldn't reach for the other one, and I just fell, and I fell on my hip so bad. Can't explain. It hurts so much, you guys. I cannot sit, it hurts. I cannot stand, it hurts. I certainly cannot walk, it hurts so much. And also, like, I fell on my hip and my, like, elbow like that. I was like, yeah, we're gonna call an ambulance again. I was in so much pain. I wanted to cry to kind of, relieve the pain. But it wasn't helping. Like, I couldn't cry. It hurt so much. Like, I don't know how to explain. Oh my god. And then 5 seconds later, after I fall, I hear the sound of the car wheels on their little rocks. Because again, I fell on fucking rocks. There are a lot of, like, little rocks in this neighborhood. And I hear a car passing by. I don't see it because I'm, like, on the fucking floor. And literally, like, begging for mercy. I am literally begging for someone to pass by and call an ambulance or something, because I was in so much pain. But they didn't call an ambulance. They, like, helped me to get up. It was a family, a mom and a dad and a little kid. Guess what? My name is Sasha. The husband's name is Sasha. And the little boy's name, who's like 7 or 8, I don't know, maybe more, is also Sasha. And they also have, like, other family members, like grandpa, and who are called Sasha. And my grandpa is also Sasha. Like, basically, yeah, it's a funny coincidence, like, interesting. And so I end up in this lady's car. So the lady, like, she asked me, like, where do I live? I didn't know her, because once again, I don't know my neighbors that well. And I didn't know if she was from here or she was just passing, like, what's up? I was like, yeah, I'm just there. Like, I was happy I could stand up. I was gonna, like, walk myself, because it wasn't far from my home that I fell. And I was just gonna walk myself. But she was like, okay, you get in the car. My husband will take the bike and towards your house, because she figured out which house. She was like, oh, are you in the, like, haunted house? And I'm like, yeah, that's the one. And so, yeah, she knew where to go. And she's, like, my neighbor. She's, like, really close, like, 2 houses away from me. And yeah, it was really funny. Yeah, so I get in the car. I tell her that, oh my god, this is, like, my 3rd injury this in 2 months, and this is literally, like, yeah. And yeah, we just have a talk, and she was like, where were you going? Like, what do you need, like, help with something? I'm like, yeah, I was going to the supermarket, but obviously now I'm not gonna go. And yeah. Oh, and when I was getting out on the bike, I met my other neighbor, a really lovely lady. She's also an artist. I met her, and she was like, oh, I was just with Zhenya, another neighbor that I met a few days ago, and she is actually a really old acquaintance, like, friend, co-worker. Her dad was a co-worker of my grandpa, and my grandma bought this house, like, these houses, this place, because of her dad. Because they visited once with my grandpa, and they loved it so much here that they bought. And this place, you cannot buy houses. Like, no one sells them, because it's, like, the best, the coolest place. And yeah, so yeah. And this woman, she's really nice. She was, like, so happy to meet me, because she knew about me. But yeah. And and so I fall. Those lovely new neighbors, new friends of mine, they pick me up and they get me here, and she's like, okay, I just need to do this and that, and I can drive you to the supermarket. And I'm like, oh my god, really, like, thank you so much. Like, the neighbors here are so amazing. I'm blessed, like, literally blessed. They're so amazing. Obviously, I cannot speak about everyone, but the ones I had their interactions with, mwah, like this. And so, like, all of this happens in the span of like 5-7 minutes. Me going, falling, then picking me back. And I check my phone. I want to like text my mom or just in Telegram post about this, like, oh, I fell again. And I see a message from Zhenya, the neighbor, which is like there. And she's like, oh, like, she told me about her sons. One of her sons is my age, like, born the same year, and the other one is like 2 years younger. Yeah, she told me about them, and like I'm searching for like friends, for acquaintances. Like, I'm really like social, and I want to get like friends and things like that. So I was like, yeah, like, I'd love to meet them, like, whenever. And she's like, yeah, okay, so when they're here, I'll let you know, and like we can organize something. They play ping pong, they play volleyball, like, one of them like loves chess, the board games. I love board games. And so yeah, it was sounded like cool people. And today when I check my phone, I see a message from her, and she's like come inside for like some tea and coffee. And I'm like, right in time, literally just in time, because I was supposed to go to the supermarket, but now I'm not. I told her what happened, and I was like, I'm gonna get to you in a bit. And the other lady, the other neighbor, she's like getting ready to pick me up and drive me to the supermarket. And I call her, and I'm like, hi, like, thank you so much for your offer. One of the neighbors just invited me for some like tea and like lunch, so I'm gonna go, and I'm probably gonna go by train after that. So, but thank you so much anyways. And she's like, yeah, sure, like, no problem. Like, honestly, if you need something, like, just give me a call. Like, we're here. I'm like, okay, thank you so much. And I really didn't want to like bother them, but eventually I did, because I went to her place again, met her sons. Then we came back here. I showed them the place, because it's like, oh, the haunted house, like, everyone wants to visit it. All my neighbors are like, oh my god, I never thought I'd actually be here. Yeah, I think I should start taking like money for entrance for the tours, and like 50 rubles at least. And yeah. And then I'm like, okay, like, bye guys, I think I'm gonna go to the supermarket now, because I need to. And I look at the times table, and it says it's gonna be here in 1 hour. And I'm like, and I'm like, well, fuck that. I don't want to wait like 1 whole hour at the station, so I go back to my place. And something's telling me that call the neighbor, because she seemed to like really want to help, kind of. Like, I don't know, it wasn't just like oh yeah, sure, if you need something, call. No, she really like seemed invested, and I genuinely kind of wanted to know who she is. So I decided to give her a call and tell her that, yeah, hi, sorry, like, if you're not busy, if you could get me to the supermarket, because like the train is only in 1 hour, and I'm in so much pain. Like, actually, like, I was in so much pain. Yeah, I didn't want to risk anything anymore. And she's like, yeah, sure. And so we end up seeing each other, and she takes her son with her, and they're such a lovely people, such a lovely like family, lovely people. And on my way to the supermarket and to the pharmacy, I tell her like the story of how my shoelaces are always like were untying. And she also said, well, it means that you need to slow down or change something. And I'm like, okay, this is like the second time someone is saying this, And she doesn't seem, she isn't like the kind of person to be like, oh, uju wuju type of thing. Because when I said, oh, I think I need to go like to the church and like get like something, she was like, no, 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 like, no. I mean, she wasn't like, no, don't do this, but she was like, yeah, no, like, she's not into that type of stuff. And that was the moment when I was like, that's my kind of person. Because at the end of the day, all religion does is like takes off responsibility from you, I have a feeling. And like, also like any type of esoteric stuff like tarot cards, all of this, astrology, it always kind of alleviates the responsibility from you onto something else. But based on what's happening to me right now, this is like not a me kind of problem. It's the fucking roads. It's the roads, but the fact that I also like stabbed my like pinky, this is also a bit weird. Like, because it all has to do with walking, it all has to do with like movement, transportation. Like, it's just weird. Because, you know, in Russia we have a saying like, once is okay. I think in English you have that too. Like, if something happens to you once, it's like, oh yeah, well, shit happens. 2 times, coincidence, kind of weird. And then the 3rd time, it's закономерность. It's like, it's fucking, you know, how do you call this? It's not a coincidence, basically. And you know, there's some people who are like, and this woman, as we're driving and speaking about all of this, she's like, I don't believe in coincidences. And I kind of do, kind of don't. Like, it's not something I'm gonna base my day and life upon. I used to do that once again, but then, yeah, it just didn't serve me anymore. And so I stopped doing this. Because I just know, I kind of also noticed how people were always getting annoyed with me when I started speaking about these things, especially men. Like, yeah. So kind of stopped, but I guess maybe I have to look into it. And like the last thing that this woman told me was like, just put like a bowl of milk in the corner of your home. And I'm like, which one though? I forgot to like ask which one, literally. But if I do this, I know I'm gonna have cats, because there's someone shitting on my yard. Some fucking cat, I know it. Last year there was a cat, like literally, it was so dark. I was with this neighbor's daughter, girl, she's like 13 years old. She was helping me move my stuff around. And from the darkness, from that old house, there are no doors. And it's just dark, and I see 2 green lights. Oh my god. I lost my soul for a second, and it's a cat. So I know for a fact that cats do get here. And if I leave milk in the like open house, it's I know I'm gonna like get more cats, and they're gonna shit more. And I don't like shitting cats. I don't even really like cats that much. But I'm ready to do anything at this point. Yeah, this is basically a little story, my little story of mystical stuff happening. That was about it, you guys. Hope you guys enjoyed. I hope I will not be making more mystical, weird type of stories like that again. But you can let me know what you guys think about all of this. Because I have an idea of what I might be doing wrong, and I don't know. I don't want to leave this place because I feel so relaxed, so chill. Like, everything is just going really well for me. Except the physical part. But I have a feeling I should leave. That I should be going. But I don't want to go to Geneva because it's like 30 degrees there. And I don't like Geneva. And I don't like when it's hot. And all of that. But I was planning on staying here till like August, until like late August at least, but based on everything that's happening, I don't know. I also felt kind of like this house is kind of like pushing me away for some reason. Like last year it wasn't like that. But this year, I don't know what I'm doing wrong, like what I should be doing, because I'm literally like cleaning this house. I'm making this house better, like a million times better. I'm doing what no one did here for years. I don't know, maybe I accidentally cleaned and made it, you know, if there are some spirits here, I probably like kind of, basically I don't think they really enjoyed the shifts, the changes, and letting me know about it. But I also think I should just like start working on the unfinished house, and things will like clear up a bit more and make sense a bit more. But that house is so fucking scary that I'm kind of like pushing this task further. But yeah, that was it, guys. Let me know what you think about this situation, what's up, and how I can stop getting injured. Bye.